I'm excited because your girl is talking about 2 books that I have read this month that I fear are both just absolutely phenomenal books. And it's going to be Taurus Season by Brynne Weaver, which just dropped September 23rd. If you haven't read it yet, I'm hoping that this video convinces you to pick it up. It is absolutely one of my favorite reads yet this year. We'll get into that. And then the next one is going to be Souls in Ruin by Jacqueline White. This is a debut novel. This is an arc read that I had. And honestly, it blew me away. The fact that this is a debut novel, I'm genuinely so impressed. So with that being said, we are going to get into it. What is going on, guys? Bookish Bree here, and we are back with another YouTube video. We do have Mr. Grammy here today, sitting special in the lappy because he wants to be supportive, right, baby? He's here. He's an honorary bookish babe. Anyway, let's jump into it. We're going to talk plot. We're going to talk vibes. I'll give you a little bit of a review, and then hopefully you guys will want to pick it up. Honestly, I don't know how I'm going to recover. I read both of them this month. I don't know what I want to pick up next because now I fear nothing's going to make me feel like these ones made me feel. Guys, my face decided to break out in this one spot. Did indeed have its own zip code. You could find it on the map, but it's finally going down. I do have a pimple patch on. I feel like I need to address it because you can tell. So I felt like I needed to address it, but we ain't gonna let it hold us back. Okay, human, I'm not perfect. The first one we are going to talk about is going to be Taurus Season by Brynne Weaver. Again, this just dropped September 23rd. I did indeed have this book as an arc read, and I'm obsessed. First of all, Brynne Weaver is one of my automatic buy authors. Butcher and Blackbird was a 6-star read for me, and dare I say Taurus Season is the equivalent. Honestly, like, I don't want to say it's 6 stars prematurely because I like to sit on my 6 stars feels, because if I'm still thinking about it over time, then I know it's a 6-star read. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting on it, but dare I say it might be. It's like Butcher and Blackbird equivalent, except it's perfect for spooky season. It does technically take place in the summer, but it takes place in a murder town that has a Build-A-Corpse. Yeah, like Build-A-Bear, but you're building corpses. Because this town capitalizes on a mass murder that did indeed happen in it. Okay? Very, very spooky season coded, very deliciously dark, funny, and just all around a fabulous time. But I want to get into a little bit of the details. So first, let's talk about some of the tropes, okay? We do have some stalker vibes. We do indeed have some stalker vibes. We have an absolutely unhinged and stabby FMC. We have a also unhinged and psychotic, but piney, he falls first, MMC, definitely enemies to lovers, definitely some reluctant allies, close proximity, and also touch him and her and die. So do with that information what you will. I want to talk about the FMC Harper because she is a vigilante murder queen. And when I say stabby FMC, I think I really more so mean axy FMC. I feel like Brynne really does well with writing these powerhouse serial unaliver FMCs. I always absolutely love her FMCs, especially when you're reading a dark romance book, because in a dark romance book, it's always, to me, typically about the MMCs. And Brynne Weaver does so good writing these FMCs who are badasses in their own rights, and I love her for it. Next, we're gonna chat about Mr. Nolan Rhodes. This might be one of my favorite MMCs she's written. I love Fionn, I love Rowan, but I fear I'm obsessed with Nolan. Nolan is piney, he is stalkery, and this man is crazy, okay? Picture this, severed hands, clap, clap, clap. And that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say, but just know, when you think dark romance book boyfriend, like Nolan scratches that itch. Nolan hits that category, and he hits it good. And I do mean the double meaning behind that, okay? When I say he hits it good, that boy know how to hit it. Oh, what? What? What was I just saying? Anyway, though, I truly did not think that another book would be the equivalent of Butcher and Blackbird for me. So I was so excited that this was. I'm very excited to see where she goes with this trilogy. I genuinely, I think it's going to be so good. I always enjoy her writing, but the vibes in this book, the town, the characters, the story, it is phenomenal. And if you were debating on picking it up, take this as your sign to absolutely do so, especially if you loved Butcher and Blackbird, because this will scratch that itch. So now we're going to get into Souls in Ruin by Jacqueline White. This is her debut novel, which again, blows my mind because it's so phenomenal. It is going to release on October 30th, my birthday. That was my sign. I saw it released on October 30th and I was like, this is my sign to pick up the book. Absolutely. Let me get some. And let me tell you, you are going to eat. You are going to eat. When you think a dark romantasy book, this is exactly that. It truly mixes dark romance and romantasy in the best way possible. It's very dark, but very intentional. It blends the romance, the fantasy, and all of those unhinged dark themes very well. I love the fact that this author does not shy away from the darker themes that you can get into with a dark romantasy book, and seeing the FMCs arc, going through them. It felt very real and very raw. I related to this FMC so much with a lot of things she went through, things she felt. It was genuinely freaking good. Again, I'm mind blown. I'm mind blown because this author is so talented. I really do think that this will end up being one of the next really big books in dark romantasy. I truly do think that like what hits the hardest is the FMC's arc and the way that nothing is glossed over, the way you truly do experience it. And it feels like a very realistic experience for somebody going through what this FMC goes through. The torture, it's very truly honest. I don't even know if you can call these characters morally gray so much as they are morally black. You've got two MMCs, okay? The dark villain and the shadow daddy that you honestly, you don't see. And I don't want to give away too much, but I will say, honestly, I'm excited to see what MMC ends up being the more popular MMC, because I know who I love the most and who I'm obsessed with, but I wonder what the rest of the world, who they'll feel more drawn to. I think they're both very dark, but very distinctly different types of MMCs as well. And I think that's also what's very, very impressive is they can both be so dark in their own way, yet so different. They do not feel like the same guy. And I love that. I would say Valen is like villain coded obsession, but Daddy Death, he owns me. So I'm curious, when you guys do read this book, when it comes out, you'll have to come back and let me know who you like more, because I know that's who I'm obsessed with. Not to mention the way that the book ended, the cliffhanger, the way it's setting up the rest of the book, the rest of the series. I'm going to be feral for it, especially with how everything started tying in and tying together. I think there's a lot of elements that are very unique and a lot of elements that I think are going to be really cool. And I'm very excited to see how these things get built upon to just continue to make this series better and better. So I'm so excited. It releases again October 30th. So I 100% suggest, if you're looking for something dark romantasy, you're really wanting dark romance, but you don't want to give up the fantasy aspect, give this book a shot, because I really do think if you like dark romance or dark romantasy, you will love this book. So that is my double book review. Tourist season is murdery, hilarious, and absolutely unhinged chaos. And Souls in Ruin is a debut dark romantasy perfection. I absolutely love both of these books, and I wholeheartedly stand behind both of them in my recommendations. So if you pick either of them up, please let me know your thoughts. I love, love, love chatting books with you guys. Let me know which ones you're gonna read. And also let me know what books you've read recently that you're obsessed with, because I'm gonna need something to get me out of this little hangover that this is giving me already. With that being said, don't forget to check out Bookish Babes Collective. The link will be in the description. I dropped a lot of spooky fall season merch and I'm obsessed with it. I think you would love it too. And also, if you guys want to join our book club, me and my girl Nat did drop a book club on Discord. I will also leave that link in the description as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a like, comment, and/or subscribe to support your girl. And I will see you next week, same time. Bye.